Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. The
Who's
Azores
the
and
unknown?
Madeira
Am
are
I the
two
unknown
islands
person?
in Portugal, and
Say again, Tarek?
Yeah, there's two unknown persons. You guys, is that me? At the bottom of the
Oh,
screen.
it may be.
Um,
No?
I don't actually have any unknown persons at the
Yeah.
bottom, so I think it's
Okay.
probably got to be while you're jumping back and forth.
Okay, then it's some issue.
Yeah.
Me.
yeah.
It'll pop out.
Yeah.
It'll pop out with the Google Hangout
Okay.
soon. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
That's
fine.
All right. So who wants to play Avenir? I mean Arasheen till
I want to
Tia
play
gets on.
Avenir. If I can.
Who wants to
If
play
I
Avenir?
may.
No, I'm sorry. Kadaga gets to play. I mean, Jonathan gets to play Avenir.
Jonathan plays Avenir, and
That's
I'm
right.
gonna play Arshin.
Everyone's going to play musical characters today.
That'd be an interesting ass game. That's how you could run a game where everyone has multiple personalities.
Right.
Just every week it has to rotate.
Be like, in the Tomb of Horrors where you go into the chapel and your sex changes. Well, this will be you just swap bodies. So now you are Volthier in the body of Kadaga.
Oh man, that would suck.
And you have Volthier's mind in the powers and body of Kadaga. That could be quite interesting.
That would be a pain because like every week you'd be like, okay, how do I shoot fire?
That's
And
right.
then Kadaga would be speaking from someone else's body. Dude, God, use your action point.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting game, truthfully.
Ooh, I might have to put that into play. That could be fun. All right. So, yeah, we'll just have you guys figure out for Arasheen what to do for him.
Direct the strike on Kadaga every round, pretty
Exactly, pretty much. I don't know. He had some pretty good stuff he did last week with reactionary things. So
He's got a well-built character, but definitely when it comes right down to it, it's like just
direct a strike.
Just shoot a goddamn fireball.
Seriously, when you can get Kadaga to do that much damage, in one round, why not? All right, so short, sweet recap. You guys now made it through the maze the long way, the long way around, and you still haven't discovered all the areas in the maze yet. So. What else is there? You ran into the. What's that?
The doors are locked. I checked.
Yes, the doors in this room are locked. I don't know if anyone saw the last of the video. Avenir went and listened at the doors and did not hear anything from both sets of doors. So I don't know how you guys want to proceed, but you made it into the entrance portal room here. So basically, this room here, you will have entrance to any of the sections outside of the maze, going in from this area to those places. So you could return back to the camp. You have the camp stone and you have the village stone. So those are the two areas you can go.
How do we know we have those stones? Are we just supposed to have that written down somewhere, or did we have a handout for it?
No, it was just I just told you guys it's the stones that Guff gave you.
Because I knew that, I just didn't know why I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're hearing voices in your head again.
Well, you're starting to lose his mind. Finally, the maze has got to him. No, the Guff back in the camp had given you those stones because he had those stones because he had come from the village. And he's losing his mind a little bit, so he wasn't able to give you all the information that he actually knows.
A little bit.
That's right, a little bit. But you still know how to use these stones because you used it to exit the village, exit the camp actually, and come into the maze. So you know that when you put the portal stone on this little stand, it'll open up a dimensional space between the rune on the floor there and the rune in the area that you're going into. Okay. But like anything else, you need to go into the, you need to go to the village to get the stone to go into the pyramid. You need to get the stone in the pyramid to go into the castle. Okay, so that's exactly what you guys are actually trying to do. You have these side quests going on too. For instance, in here, your main thing is Guff has asked you to locate his wife Tia and their children and bring them back to the camp.
I'm just hoping Tia isn't like a mule or something.
It's his pet rat.
Ooh, that's got to be a tight fit.
That's right. You never know. He could look at Hesmagog and go, Tia!
Are the teleporters magical?
Yes. I think you guys did examine them back in the camp and did notice that they are actually an arcane property. They have arcane properties to it, so they are magical, yes.
Okay. Could
And
we
no,
actually...
and no Arishin cannot steal them. I mean, Avenir
No.
cannot steal them.
No, but could I actually try and reroute the teleporter from the village to the castle so I can actually use the stone so we can go directly to the castle?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check if you'd like to check that out.
Really quick, while he checks that out, I'm going to duck behind this wall.
Okay, let me put up the map for the game here. There we go.
Yay! Almost critical.
And you have no idea how to do that.
I peek out from around the thing, and I'm like, shall we go to the village?
Go to the village.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They could have women there. It's certainly not the... And I kind of referenced the tapestry behind me.
Yep.
And I said, and eventually I would hope to go here.
Yep. So
Could it actually have loot there?
Okay.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, the tapestries that you look at again there, the one to the north, the tapestry to the north is showing a picture of the camp, okay, and it's actually just a tapestry. It's a painting, like a mural on that tapestry hanging from the ceiling down to the floor. The one to the west is the tapestry to the village, where again you saw, kind of just like a village area with women and children around. The tapestry to the east is the depiction of the, I can never remember my colors there. 1 second. That is the pyramid. So you see a depiction of a pyramid in a desert sort of area, and the pyramid seems to have like 3 or 4 levels to it inside the pyramid. And you see things, writings on that pyramid that seem to designate, there's Mattia, that seem to designate desert, acid, and water. And then Volthier's favorite, you see the castle pyramid, which is pictures a castle on there with many beautiful women dancing around.
As I gaze at this tapestry,
For Voltaire to return.
as I gaze at the tapestry, I look back at Avenir and said, "I don't know if they've got treasure. They've certainly got lots of booty."
That's where Volthier will take that booty is treasure, right? Pirate-esque. Arr, arr.
I don't think we're playing D&D with pirates, but okay.
That's right. Mattia, welcome.
Hello. Sorry if I'm late.
Not a problem. We're glad you showed
No,
up.
we're just starting up.
Also, guys, off game, out of character or whatever you want to call it, you'll notice that you have action point cards now.
Yeah, I saw.
Everybody but Tarek has a card, or Othin has a card, but because Tarek's Othin used his action point last game, so he should not have one. On another note, there too. I have milestone cards also, and I'll show you what these look like. That I'm.
Go on.
Yep. Oh, the milestone card you can see on Mattia now, above Mattia, and that basically I made that card just for so that
ameliorating armor.
Exactly, so that we can know what's going on there. Because if I add 2 of them on there, it'll be able to, you know, just like this, you'll be able to see now, Mattia, with your armor, what bonuses you're getting for the armor there. Okay?
Are these existing cards, or did you have to make them?
I made them.
No, they're good.
Yep.
Just as a note, didn't we have actually a milestone last session?
No, sir. That was all part of one encounter.
Okay.
What's that, Tarek?
Yeah, it was one encounter, that's right.
Yep, it was just one encounter with the beholders and the trap, which was all part of one encounter. Okay. So, you guys are here. You are in this area here. All these tapestries depicting the 4 different main areas outside of the maze. You guys are trying to get out of the maze and try to get out of this area, finding your way, how to, you know, return yourself back to reality instead of this dream state you've been into, but you're not quite sure how to do that. That's one of the things you're trying to find out, but you know that you have to traverse through this maze and through these worlds to these, you know, different areas within off these portals to find out what you need to do to get out of here and hopefully return back to reality. So you have the portal stones, the 2 portal stones, one for the camp and one for the village. There is a door to the west, which Avenir did check, and he did not hear anything from behind it. There is also the door to the north, which, let me ping up there. Well, you can't see it right now.
Isn't that where we came in?
No,
we came in on the left.
Yeah, you came in behind a curtain. If someone wants to move up there, you can kind of see it a little bit better.
I see the door now.
Yeah, so there's the door, and then you can see where the light's kind of shining in around the curtain from where you guys came in, because you set off the rune in the you know, the refuge site or whatever you want to call it, the safe house, and that basically opened up some hidden doors within the maze to allow you to traverse the maze actually a little bit easier. So, with that, what would you guys like to do?
So do you guys want to see what's behind door number 1 and door number 2, or should we just head off to the village and see if they have the castle portal stone there?
I don't know. This maze is huge. If we want to check out everything, we'd probably spend days, weeks, probably. Or
Yeah. Oh, hey, Pedro, you also have your icon set to to your spirit, not Avenir. When you rolled your dice.
Oh yeah, but I changed. I changed that already. I saw it.
Gotcha. Okay, you guys, let me know what you would like to do. There's definitely, you know, it has not been too long since you took your extended rest. I mean, we're talking a matter of minutes here between where you had your encounter with the beholders. That, you know, you do realize that it might be something in the future to try to do is, if you run into any of these beholders, to maybe, yeah, maybe not name them Billy, but you know, to possibly form some sort of allegiance to take on the Master Beholder Gumjabar within the maze, within the Beholder Chapel, actually, in the maze.
I tried, but Billy was just imbalanced.
They were.
That
These
kid
are
needs some
beholders.
Prozac.
These are beholders, and they are very imbalanced creatures.
You told him that friends ride each other.
What's that?
That might be a problem.
Yeah. Also, the name of the two sons that if you were into that allegiance
Snot
with,
and something.
it was Snot,
Vomit.
Puke and Snot.
Yeah, Puke.
But I'm going to change their names from that. That was kind of on the spur of the moment name. The name of the actually, I just type it in there for you. It's Rotha, and Glossu. You see it in the chat now.
Do we have to say it in all caps too?
Yep. Rotha! Glossu! Well, it is Beholder, so you have to do that.
They're hard of hearing.
That's right. Their
Their ears are inside their mouth.
That's right. Are they actually?
I don't know.
Along with their genitalia and their sphincter and all that stuff too, apparently.
Yeah, that I definitely know, because there is a 3.5 book that actually goes into the anatomy of a beholder.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And their birthing glands and everything, or organs, whatever you want to call it, are actually in their mouth under their tongue.
Wow.
So I was not kidding. Especially when Volthair was trying to plant his seed.
Of thought. A seed of thought.
Seed of
Yeah, right. You thought it was. You thought it was a seed.
The question is, okay, if this seed does get planted, is it just crystals? All right. What would we like to do? What would you guys like
Oh,
to do?
God damn it. I just got that.
On that note, thank you and good night. No. Any questions you guys have about this room or anything else?
So those are jugs.
Those are
my
not
question-
jugs. Those are the actual portal entrance.
It's where you put the stone.
Yeah, where you put the stone. It's more like, picture it like a stand, or what do they call them? Yeah.
Basically, my question is, if nobody has any objections, shall we proceed?
As well.
That's good for me.
I will reach into our nebulous group loot
Mm-hmm.
and pull out the portal stone and insert it into the slot.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good at that.
So you place the portal stone on top of the
I'm out of practice.
That's right.
10,000 year layover.
That's right. Okay, so you place the portal stone onto the stand, and you see that rune begins to glow, and all of a sudden you see the dimensional portal open between the two worlds. On the other side, you see another long hall, just like you were in the maze.
I kind of peek my head through and I look around.
Okay, and it seems to go off to the south.
I give a little
Hall
shout.
south.
Tia, are you there?
Yeah. Also, a point of note too that it is dark on the other side, so your goggles that you're wearing, goggles of light, do illuminate into it that you can see just enough for torchlight.
Okay.
So you yell into it,
Yeah, I yell, Tia, are you there?
and you do not get any response from the other side.
I kind of look back at everyone and I'm like, do I have to be the brave one?
Wherever I'll go.
Okay.
Step into the portal.
Okay, thank God. So after he steps through, I step through behind him.
Okay, so who went through first?
Me, Urshin.
Ereshine went first.
And then Vothair steps through behind him. Once he has someone in front of him, he feels much more comfortable.
Okay, and then go ahead and give me your order of guys of coming through.
After me, I look back and I say, is anybody else coming?
Somebody's got to be coming through.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm gonna go next.
Okay. After that?
I'm pretty sure Othin would be last.
Oh, I was gonna take the stone and say, "See you guys."
Kanaga's like, I'll figure out some other way around here. He'll just go back to the camp and say, oh, sorry, I lost my party. It's you and me, Guff, for eternity.
I'll go through.
Okay. All right,
Then he'll
everybody.
incinerate Guff and say, nah, it's just me.
Everybody steps through.
And then Othin comes through. One,
Comes.
2.
Okay, you enter in through the portal, and let me move you. I'll move you guys down just a little bit. You can see the little portal right there. There you go. So you guys enter in through the portal, and you are now in a new area. Now, when you enter this area, something feels different and out of place within yourselves. You feel a little more empowered, but you also feel a little more vulnerable. There seems to be an energy around this area that is causing some sort of a ongoing effect upon all of you.
Well, this
You
feels
guys
weird.
feels that too?
Yeah, I can feel that their interior decorator is not very creative. Everywhere I look, it's gray squares, gray squares.
Yep. We are not in
Broca's worse
any.
here.
We're not in any initiative order, but you guys can go ahead and take actions however you like. But you just see a long. It looks like an extension of the maze.
In a very short thing, so you don't have to bring Hesmagog out, I'll summon him and I'll be like, have you ever been here before, Hesmagog?
And he's like, no, master. No, I've never. No.
Before he
Are we
finishes
still in
his
the maze?
sentence, I kind of give the little whip of the tail and put him, so he unsummons and stuck him back in there. I'm like, God, freaking useless.
Yep. Okay, everybody begins to move down. Okay, stop right there, Arasheen.
Can I go ahead and do like an Arcana check on this weird feeling we all have?
Sure, absolutely.
Alrighty. My Arcana is
That's just
something.
quick.
My Arcana is 14.
So everyone move up, move where you want to be at when Arasheen moves to that spot. Okay, so...
Ooh, hell yes.
Yes. You feel that there's some sort of power. Man, rolled out those 20s right off the bat.
Shit, yeah.
I think you guys are wasting them all again, just like you did last session. Better be careful. You know what happened last time with them in the traps.
We won?
Yeah, you won. Not against the trap, but...
Hey, the trap
okay,
didn't touch me.
All right, so you feel... everybody who rolled an Arcana check on there, you can tell that there is some sort of power that is just flowing through just the air within this place that is allowing some sort of ability or vulnerability to be given unto you, but you won't know what that is. But you can tell that it is.
Can I feel any differentiation as we move through, as though it perhaps grows stronger or weaker, as if there's a direction that it comes from? Is there any sort of ebb to it?
You do seem to have grown a little bit stronger and a little bit weaker. I know you love my explanations there, Volthir.
But I don't have any direction? Like
You don't have any sort of direction as exactly what that is.
With our 20 Arcana, 34, I can't figure out what the buff is on me and what the nerf.
No, you can't.
No, stop asking.
Volthir will come to the conclusion that from that roll, that he knows that there is some sort of a buff and a nerf on him, but he cannot pinpoint it what it is, and it seems to be something that will come into play when he begins to take action. And when I mean action, I mean like combat. So yeah, if you want to have like Kadaga attack Avenir, you could find out if something happens.
Seems as though everyone has been rendered weaker to psychic damage.
You
Or
wish.
something. Okay. Is
You are
everyone
not
at the
planting your
position?
seed on me.
Is everyone at the positions they want to be at when Ereshkigal is in his position?
I look back to Avenir and I go, what
Yeah.
the hell are you doing back there?
I am protecting your back.
Don't dally.
Okay. You do see
I'm actually
another.
protecting your back. I am the last line between monsters and you.
Yep.
Monsters coming from the back.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Kadaga's next to me, dude.
Okay, there is an opening that heads off to the south, same type of hall, and then there's an opening that heads off to the west. As Ereshkigal enters into the opening there, a scene, you guys start hearing voices, not in your mind, and a scene opens before you.
Jesus.
And you see this.
It's the
Before
Clone
anyone else
Wars.
can take, before anyone else can take actions, let me explain what's going on. Basically, you're able to see down in here because there is illumination. There is a heavy-set bald guy in a loincloth.
That's my favorite one right there.
Yep. His name is Joe.
Shit. Which one's Tia?
And he is basically in there's a conversation going on here, and you see all of these strange hooded figures, and there's some pasty white strange creatures around, and then you see some females and a baby child. This child right here is crying. You guys see that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's a woman here that this man has. He has her by her arm. He seems to be saying something to her. There is another female down here that seems to be distressed and crying. And then down below her is a younger child that is holding on to this other female, and she has a very, very scared look on her face. There's a female standing back behind her that seems to be trying to comfort the female in the front, and then a little girl that is standing all by herself and seems to be more focused on this female right here. Okay, so you guys will be able to kind of discern the situation that's going on here, that this female here seems to be in some sort of trouble. Okay? This female is concerned somehow, but seems to be more her concern is focused towards this baby child over here, which you can tell that it seems to be some sort of baby boy, and these two hooded figures are actually holding this baby boy in their arms, and the woman here is directing her attention and her, basically her, what do you want to call it? Her concerns,
Focus.
yeah, and her fears about this baby boy, and then also her this daughter down here who is holding on to her. Okay, the man, the heavy-set man who is bald, completely hairless, in his loincloth, looks a lot like a younger version of Guff. Okay, and yeah, go ahead.
Who is that looks like that? Sorry, I missed that.
Can you see my arrow?
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, him. He is saying, not in specific words, but kind of summarizing. He is saying to this woman, and he's calling her nameless, and
Shut your mouth, bitch.
he is scolding her. He is scolding her for things happening in and around, and keeps calling her nameless.
Okay, I know her name.
You do you.
It's Scarlett Johansson. I think we should probably save her.
She
Okay,
won't be able to have any more Avenger movies.
That one you can actually plant your seed, okay? That's worth it.
Okay.
Not Equern.
So to continue on with the scene unfolding before you, these it seems that this man is unhappy that there is a male child in their presence. He's saying words to her, and he's blaming this woman, the nameless, for this male child. And he's explaining to her, you know our laws, you know our rules. There are not to be any male children. And I've appointed you to make sure that that doesn't happen, that this doesn't happen. And you see that this baby has been dressed up to look like a female. So you can see that these females have gotten into some sort of trouble because they were hiding a male child, trying, dressing it in a dress to try to make it look like a baby female. Okay? But instead of the man taking it out on the woman who was all concerned about the baby child. Oh, that's interesting. I hear somebody's news report.
Yeah.
Who was that? Who's watching the news? Okay. And the man seems to be taking out his wrath on this female here. Okay. This female is comforting this female, so obviously you can tell that this female, that's her child, her male child, and this is her female daughter. Okay?
Female daughter.
Yes. And
okay, because you got a male. Okay, whatever.
This child is this female's daughter. Okay? And this one here just seems to be a friend. Okay, you can kind of see and get the idea of what's going on there. And so this man is basically yelling at her, screaming at her, telling her, it's all her fault. And basically these hooded creatures and these other creatures around are, there for protection. Not that they really need it, because you can tell that these female are, are very fragile. Okay. And you're seeing this strange scene unfold before you, and then what happens is this guy, the man, will take and he throws the woman into the pit after scolding her, and then the two hooded figures throw down the door on top of her. And you guys are still back at you're still back at this spot where you're at as this whole scene is unfolding before you, and then this man turns to head back, and turns back to the woman that is crying about her baby boy child, and says, don't worry about it, we can make more, and says, come with me now. And so this vampire, sorry, I just gave it away. This creature
it's
here,
obvious.
yeah,
Because no one guessed it.
no one guessed it at all. This creature here, this pasty vampire, brings the woman over to him, and he says out to her, says, "Ane, quit your crying. Quit your crying and come with me. Let's go." And you see he grabs her by the arm and he heads off to the east with her. And then before he goes so you can see the light, this other vampire comes back as where this female here takes this child here and this other child and tries to depart to the south, but the vampire comes back and grabs this child here, and another couple vampires move forward and grab the child too, and do not let this one pass. Okay, and the female here and the child begin to move off quickly, leaving the scene. Okay, and then the vampires come over, grab this child, and move off south too, following the other women, and move off. Okay, and then the whole scene, the other vampires in the area, this set of vampires right here head off to the northwest. These ones here over to the northeast, and these ones head off to the north-south. Okay, so they all make their exit before you guys can do anything. Have this scene unfolds before you. Okay, and you can still see. Oh well, as the light goes away, you don't see. But there was the two vampires, the hooded vampires. They begin to start moving. You can hear them moving down the hall towards you.
Guys, this is horrible. They seem to take all the attractive females to the castle.
Well, now the females that you saw are not unattractive. They are just dressed more like peasants and stuff. So everybody, go ahead and roll initiative at this point.
By Vothir's standards, after seeing the castle tapestry, the pickings are slim here.
Pickings are slim.
Irk. There we go.
Yeah, so everyone roll initiative and post it up into the... Oh, is it working in there? Why is it not adding to turn?
When other people are adding it, it seems to like conflict for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Jesus, Othin has good initiative.
I can't add the monsters to the turn. All right, hold on one second. Let me see if I can reset the initiative, see if it does it, because it's a new... No, there it goes.
Oops, there's one monster.
All right, let me add everybody back in. Joy, joy. I think it's when you change the map that the initiative needs to be changed also. So let's try this again. Okay, add everybody back in, and add you guys back in. Okay, everybody post your initiative back up, please.
There we go.
There you go.
Yes. Othin beat the vampires.
Othin beat the...
Turn undead! Quickly!
Okay. From where Othin's at, he can't quite see because your light doesn't illuminate, and when the man moved off with the female off to the west, the light kind of illuminated into and down into some sort of a home, and then they went inside and you could not see him anymore from the direction you were at. But it went dark in the area that you saw before, and then all these these vampires are starting moving down the hall, and you can still hear the baby boy crying. So you do know that they are approaching you because you can hear the sound of the child getting closer to you. So they're moving your direction. Now remember, you have your goggles of light on, so you are actually in the dark. But if anyone would like to make me any sort of knowledge check.
Be knowledge religion since they're undead.
Yeah, knowledge religion, or anything else you might want to try to do.
That's your cue, Othin.
To kind of discern what these creatures are.
I have religion 7. It's not bad.
I actually have religion 8.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Hold on.
You're going to be trained in it, technically.
True, that's true.
Oh.
So we will use probably Othin's then.
Is he paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is he actually paying attention to it?
It's
Okay.
my passive religion.
Okay, obviously you guys know that these are some sort of type of vampire, right? And Othin will, if he wants to explain to the party that he understands that this is some sort of religious cult of vampires. He's heard about this before, but it's only been in lore, in some sort of religious lore that he's heard about of this vampire cult that feeds upon children. And basically what they do is they have this communal where there is a person in charge who impregnates the women to feed food for these type of vampires. Okay? So basically these women and children and everything serve as food, but the funny thing is this Othin is like, but in the stories that I've heard about this, they don't use babies as food. They only use the women after they get past a certain age, or the men after they get past a certain age. They use them as the food, for these vampires and for other demons and things around there. So he says this seems out of place for some reason. He doesn't quite understand what's going on here, because it seems that he'd never heard of them using children as the food. And it seems to be that these, as you saw these last vampires moving down the hall towards you guys, that they were, heading out with this child in some sort of direction to try to go and take it somewhere, looking like they're going to feed on it or do something with it.
So, one is in charge of impregnating all these women? How do you get his job, Othin?
Who do I have to kill to replace?
Well, obviously you guys can tell that it was the man, the clean-shaven man, the bald,
The bald
set guy, yeah.
Yeah, baldies.
Old baldy. You can, if Volthier, make me a insight check, if you would.
Okay, 16.
16.
Effortless.
That's right. Effortlessly. Okay, you will be like, wait a second. He's the Guff.
Well,
He's
duh.
the guy. He's the
Yeah.
guy. Well, this is the new Guff guy. And so obviously the old Guff guy was the old one in charge of this village to impregnate the women, as where the new Guff is the one that's in charge of doing that too.
If the
That
vampires
was
are
like
walking
a
this way...
DC3 inside
Yeah,
tech.
yeah, I didn't even need to roll for that.
Neither I did.
Can I step out in front of the approaching vampires and parlay with them?
On your turn, you can try.
Are they?
Yeah, and I'm gonna hide.
So it's first of all, no one move from where you're at. It's Othin's turn. So we are actually in initiative here. Correct. 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 But now you would know from your check that these creatures, that vampires have dark vision. So probably very soon they're going to see you guys.
Not me.
Do not attack. I have a plan. Kind of.
So actually,
Okay.
what I would like to do before we do this start the initiative order with the Othin, everybody take one action, whatever action they would like to take.
Somehow my initiative dropped back to 0 and I went to the bottom. I need to be right after Arishin.
Oh, that's weird. You're a 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, everybody go ahead and take one action prior to these. We're going into it. So basically, I'm giving you guys a surprise round.
Okay. I kind of, I say, Look like my subordinates or something. And I step around the corner.
Look like my thralls.
Look like my thralls.
And
I draw most of my sword, and but keep it pointed down, not to be too threatening.
Okay.
I hold my hand up with the elven ring on it, kind of bearing it to them. And I say,
No, just one action. So you moved.
so I moved around the corner with my hand up, bearing the ring to them.
Okay. What does Othin want to do? Okay. What does Ereshkigal want to do?
As I said, I just draw my sword, but I keep it pointed down to avoid looking too threatening.
Okay. Kadaga?
Moving across and
Okay.
taking cover around the wall.
And Avenir?
Run!
You move north.
Action point, fireball.
Action point fireball.
Can I actually move there and ready an action?
Nope, you only get one action.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Now
I'm
we'll-
gonna take my sword out.
Okay. So we'll now we'll go to Othin. It's your turn in initiative.
Hide it inside my cloak.
He's gonna attack. Which one would you like to
Yay.
attack? Which one would you like to attack? Oh, you can't really see him. You can't see him right now.
That cute one with the round cheeks. Kill it.
Yeah, let's scoot you guys. Let me scoot the map over here so they can see. Mm-hmm. Okay. $21 against his armor class. That will hit him. And you do 10. What type of damage is that? Okay. All right. Your hammer's okay.
Armor to the face damage.
Yes. Basically, you strike into this guy.
Tell
And
Kira to keep it down.
And it totally knocks him off his feet. It pushes him back one square, and he dies instantly.
Is he gonna re-raise?
That's right. Okay. Anything else for Othin? Now the baby is really crying a lot louder now, and it's in the arms of the other one. Okay. Yep. All right. Othin, you do also notice that when you struck the area on this vampire, the area that you hit, its flesh tore away, and there seems to be something underneath it.
Bone?
When you hit it with your hammer, your mace, the area that you hit seemed to tear away, the flesh tore away from it, and there seemed to be some sort of other skeletal form underneath. Okay? With that, it's its turn. And you'll see that this vampire that you just killed, this hooded vampire, stands up again and tears away its flesh and seems to be some sort of bat creature now. Tears off its cloak and hisses and snarls at you, red eyes flaring with life.
Oh, look, it's Batman.
It's Batman. Okay. And then he's going to move forward at you as he's tearing his flesh away. and he's going to strike at you.
Their initiative orders disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, did it? Both of theirs?
Yeah, when you. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's true. I dropped the icon. Let me get him back up.
They're both after Othin before Ershine, so.
First one was there. Yep. And this one was 24. Okay. So 25 and 24. How's that? Okay. So he will. This bat is actually flying off the ground now. Okay. It is a medium-sized humanoid that now takes flight in the air, and then he takes and slashes at you with his tail. Yes, with his tail. And macro. Did that miss? Okay. And he misses you. Oh man, that would have been some good damage too. Okay. Then the vampire next to you will drop the baby onto the ground. And then he slashes out at Othin. Othin has now drawn the attentions of it. But before he slashes at you, he seems to do this somersault and it shifts completely back behind you. So he somersaults over and around you, basically a shift move, and then claws at you. And that's a miss, right? Rakes at your ear, but doesn't seem to penetrate into your armor. But the move that you saw was more like a blur, and it is a shift. But he shifts that quickly. He just kind of flips around there. Yes. Okay. But it was a shift, so it does not provoke any sort of opportunity attack. Ershine, you're seeing all this unfold before everything too. So. Yeah.
Basically, I say sorry, Vought. I guess your plan is not an option anymore.
Othin saw the undead and was just like, kill them.
I kind of grumble under my breath. Holy rollers.
Run there and direct a strike on Notin.
Okay.
Against the hooded one.
The hooded one, okay.
Wait, crap. Never mind, I can't.
You can't? Oh, he's not within 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're right.
6.
Just 6 away.
So
you could have ran. You would have granted advantage, but you could have done it.
Oh wait! Also, I ran a bit too much. I ran double which instead of +2.
Oh,
so
that's
I'm
right.
There.
And, what is Othin's AC? 21. Okay, so those both would have still missed even when you ran. Okay.
Well, I ran again. Action point.
Mm-hmm.
And direct the strike on the hooded one on Othin, which provokes attack of opportunity.
Which one will provoke?
Direct strike.
Okay, so
it's a ranged power.
Okay, so he'll turn around and claw at you, and he'll miss.
You get to make a melee basic attack against the hooded one, and you get +2 because you're flanking.
Yep, you're flanking. So just roll your regular macro, and we'll add in the +2. Ooh, that's a hit. So this guy will fall to the ground, dead. He's dead, Jim. Same effect. You see where it tears off, but it seems to be, when you hit it there, it basically, is it looks dead to you, but then from what you saw on the other one that it's going to come back to life.
Yeah. About that, since I know that is probably not dead, can I target him with a power?
Absolutely.
So I'm also Dragon Fearing both of them.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add him into the initiative and put him in his spot.
That's right.
We'll just do this. We'll just take this guy out, put him in, and
21 and 27 against will.
Okay. You action pointed to do the other thing,
yeah,
right?
to do the direct strike.
Okay. But so can you take another action?
So.
Yeah,
Minor.
because I didn't charge. I got a minor still.
Okay. So 21 against his AC.
Will.
Okay. That is a hit for 27 damage.
No, it's 21 and 27 because I targeted them, both of them.
Both of them.
It's a close bars 5.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
They got -2 to attack rolls, and they grant combat advantage until the end of my next turn.
Okay. So they are -2 to attack rolls, and both granted combat advantage. Okay. Perfect.
And that's all.
Volthier.
Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more. I say to the vampires, foolish vampires, why would you attack a messenger of Mistress Candido?
They don't respond.
Douches.
Especially considering we
yeah,
have been attacked first.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just still trying to.
They're in the middle of combat here, and so.
I am going to. I don't know how strong they are, so I'm just going to attack the nearest one.
Okay.
24 versus Will.
That is a hit.
And 15 damage.
Wow. Okay. He takes the damage. What's that laugh for, Tarek? That's right.
Well,
And
probably.
as a minor action, I'll go ahead and pull out Hesmagog.
Okay.
And put him
where would you like to put him?
behind me.
Behind you. As Magog comes out, go ahead and roll initiative for him. He's on the macro. You can do it from the character sheet.
Yeah, I just didn't remember what is it. Here it is. 13.
Okay, I'll line him up there. So I'll have him go after Kadaga. Okay.
And that will be it.
Okay, Kadaga. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I'll move up there and elemental bolt the wounded one.
Okay.
Wow.
16 versus reflex misses.
It's a shitty roll.
Well, actually,
He's granting combat advantage.
Yeah, that
So it's
just
actually
hits
18.
because of the so that hits. That hits.
Can ranged people take advantage of combat advantage?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
They
flanking.
don't get it for flanking.
Yep. 22
but,
damage.
Other sources work.
Oh, from the thing you did. Right,
Yeah, Dragon
right.
Fear.
Right.
Okay, Kadaga's elemental bolt shot and blasts right into him, and momentarily sets him on fire. And he's now bloodied. You can see that he is physically hurting.
That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Hesmagog.
Hesmagog will go invisible and fly up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is invisible.
Invisible. Okay.
And also, as he's flying off, I say, Hesmagog, Is there anything you know about these vampires?
You'll say or you'll intrude.
Well, intrude. I mean, I'm doing it
Yeah.
mentally.
Mentally. And he sends back to you that he does not know anything about these guys.
And I send back to him, what the hell are you good for?
I'm good for lots of things, Master. Make you an egg?
Make you an egg.
Make you an egg? Or lay you an egg?
I just ignore him.
You can tell that Hesmagog is actually being obtuse towards you.
That's a surprise.
And you can hear his last words in his mind are fluffy elf. Avenir.
Okay, I'm going to run 8. And then I'm going to charge at this vampire.
Okay. Oh, Mattia, go ahead and drop your action point onto the table, too. And delete it.
Yeah.
Action!
Heal.
And I'm going to charge at him. Let me just...
16. Yep.
Plus
That
2.
just hits, too.
18 against AC. Yep. Oh, and charge.
Yep, and the charge.
And charge.
Okay.
Plus 20.
12 damage.
And 12 damage.
And what did you use? Your booming blade, or?
No, my normal attack with my
Melee basic.
flesh
Oh,
seekers
melee basic. That's right.
broadsword.
Okay. So you slash
Yeah.
into him and slice his torso right down the chest, and it kills him. And he dies.
And I'm going to use my action point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, remember your action point only gives you one. Yeah, gives
Yes.
you one action.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me just...
Actually, oh yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. Go on.
No, I was...
Do you not want to use it?
no, let me just check something.
Okay. You guys are whispering back and forth.
No, I'm actually not gonna use... Where did my
You're not going to use it?
card go? No, I was thinking about using it with lightning flash, but then I remember that it's
There
not
you go.
ranged.
It's
not.
back in your hand.
Thanks.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Brother Othin. Smite undead. Okay, that is a hit against its will. 15 radiant damage, and is not vulnerable to radiance. So, it takes 15 damage. Sears into its body, just seems to do its regular damage to it. So you know it's not a form of, well, it's not a form of undead.
Wait, if it's not an undead, you cannot attack it with Smite Undead at all. Because
Oh,
it
you
targets one undead creature.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So you just have to use another attack.
Or he
Yeah.
wastes the smite undead.
Yeah, but
Oh, it is one undead
up
creature.
close he would probably feel if he was undead or not.
Yeah, you
I
okay?
think.
We'll say that. I'll put his damage back
At
on.
least with a religion check.
I'll put his health back on. Yeah, Othin would know that this creature is now not undead. The undead form that he was sensing was when it had the flesh on it. So you can tell that the flesh that was on it was undead. But
It was
this
actually
form
the
here-
baby.
Yes, it was
The
covered in
undead
undead.
form was actually the baby.
That would suck to be wearing an undead skin on you.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't seem to be actually very intelligent, so.
Yep. So yeah, you can't use your smite undead on it, so you don't expand that skill there because it's not undead. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, so you try to focus your radiant energy shooting through, and something goes amiss.
And you realize the sun is nowhere near you.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d12 if you will, Othin.
5 temporary hit points.
You're in 5 squares.
9. All of a sudden, Othin rears and stumbles, and he's dazed until the end of his next turn.
Eesh.
It almost seems as the radiant energy bursts back on himself and dazes him.
Do I still get 5 temporary HP?
You're not within 5 squares.
Shut up.
Yay!
Mark dazed with orange. Yep. Yep. So you are dazed. That's I think dazed you can still take one action, can't you?
He already
Yep.
took it. Wouldn't that count? I mean, if I was DMing, I'd
Okay.
be like, you don't get anything else.
Yeah.
You took your action to hit yourself in the face.
Right. That was okay, yeah, so it basically made you dazed, but it's till the end of your next turn. So yeah, you won't be able to do anything right there. Okay. This creature is flying, and it is going to it's going to fly and weave in and out of you guys. Or can it? Nope, it can't. So when you're dazed, you cannot take opportunity attacks, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is going to first of all slash at Othin. Yeah. And he's granting combat advantage? Yes.
Slash at the baby.
I think so. I think as they grant.
Yeah, he grants. Okay, so he...
But you also have -2 from Dragon Fear.
Oh, who Dragon feared?
Me. I Dragon Feared both of them
Oh, did
last
you?
turn.
Okay, that's right, that's right.
So just a
So
basic attack roll.
it basically, yeah, just the basic attack roll. Okay. All right. Tail slashes at you, and we are in darkness. Ooh, that will hit.
That'll hit anybody.
16 damage on Othin. And then it flies. Okay. And then it flies back 4 squares.
Jesus.
And does not provoke an opportunity attack.
From the baby.
From the baby.
From the baby.
Yeah.
neither from the baby either. It has a special ability. This was a flyby attack, is what it was. The bat does not provoke opportunity attacks when moving away from the target of the attack. All right. Let's center you guys here. And that's it. Okay. Ereshkigal.
Run and strike him.
Okay. That is a hit.
That's 6 damage, and if he shifts, he provokes.
Okay. 6 damage, and the other effect is the Dragon Fear is gone, right? Or is that till the end of the
It's
encounter?
gone at the end of my turn, so it's gone pretty much now.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else for Ereshkigal?
No.
Volthier.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will psychically speak to the baby, and I'll say, "Small human, are you of a speaking age?"
And the baby begins. The baby begins to cry even louder now.
I kind of furrow my brow and I look to Othin and shrug like, I don't know about babies, dude.
It's a baby, man.
Yeah, and Othin replies just like you, because he's dazed.
He's dazed. He's like, oh,
I will target the Batman with Mind Lock to slow him. Ooh, 11 versus will.
That misses.
Man bat.
Kill the Batman.
Kill the Batman. Kill the bat.
We'll get a milestone for this, right?
You should, yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead.
And Volthier, you do notice that this thing seems to be fleeing for reinforcements.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Let me do this. I'll flip him horizontally so you can see.
I am going to go ahead and action point then.
Okay.
There it is. Bam.
Yeah, what happened to you?
How do I throw this bitch out there? I forget how cards work.
Click and drag.
Okay, it's blowing up. Here we go.
And then just delete it.
All right. Well, I'm still in the process of using it. There we go. And I'm going to repeat my attack for not fucking much better. God damn it.
12 makes it 14. You still miss him.
Jesus
And
Christ
if
on a
you
cracker.
my presence, you grant combat advantage.
You wasted that critical.
What was that, Mattia?
That if you used my presence, since he missed, he also grants combat advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't use your presence. What are you talking about?
Because if you miss it, you grant combat event. Oh, that's right.
I will shift 3 more towards it and go, haha. And as I come up, that's how I'm going to use your Provora Aura, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And as I
No,
pass.
you have to hit to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, if you use it, if you hit, you get the good effect. If you miss, you get the bad effect.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to tell Othin, Adam, the baby's your problem.
Othin's like,
The hell is this totally
he doesn't quite understand. He's dazed.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Kadaga.
I think Hazmagog will be a good babysitter.
Could I throw my minor action to cause the thing to grant combat advantage for Kadaga's attack? What's that thing called?
Distract.
Distract. Yeah. Can I distract him?
You want to try to use the Bravora presence, right?
No. Distract as a minor action. It automatically.
Oh, absolutely.
Causes him. Yeah. Okay. He's granting combat advantage for Kadaga's attack then.
Okay.
Since Ereshkigal's ended.
I'll go ahead and bolt him.
But can Kadaga take him down? Oh, he hits.
I think that's a hit.
Yes.
Accelerated or whatever it's called.
Accelerated.
23. Do you want to what is
No.
it called? No. He doesn't want to do it.
Make
don't
your
wanna
flames
escalate it?
go faster. Accelerate them.
Okay, 23 fire damage. So the creature takes right in the back. He's now bloodied.
He's running for reinforcements.
Yeah, that's more XP.
Yeah, Kadaga wants to kill many more.
Hey, Goth,
Yeah.
make sure you remember about Hesmagog's master bonus, too.
Oh, yeah. Still would have missed, though, right?
Still, yeah, both those would still miss, but just remember that +1 and the +1 to damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for Kadaga?
Debating spending my action point.
Yeah, you guys will get another action point at the end of this encounter.
I know.
Damn.
The question is, do you want to use it? You saw a lot of vampires in there.
Kill him, please.
Yeah,
for the love of God.
Kadaga wants to kill everyone.
For the love of OTG, let us get the jump on them.
I'm all for that. For killing vampires.
All right, the action point comes out.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bravura Presence just in case I miss. Well, actually, it doesn't matter if I miss, so.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna take advantage of Bravura Presence.
Whatever you do, don't roll a 1. Oh,
man.
But he's granting combat advantage, right?
No,
No,
because
sir.
it's only for the next attack.
Oh, okay, so no, he misses.
We both wasted our action points.
Yes.
Don't give me a meh. That crap is annoying.
Give me it back.
That's right. Well, wait a second. I'll give you something.
Alright, Hesmagog's turn.
Hesmagog. What does Hesmagog want to do? He is invisible.
Just make him play babysitter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have him move up next to the baby and become invisible. And he's gonna start like petting it on the head, going, "It's okay."
And the baby starts wailing at the sight of this demon standing.
Hesmagog, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, now that it's gotten way louder.
Hesmagog can't attack that thing anyways, it's too far away.
You think in his mind, he's like, maybe if somebody's not looking, I can take a bite out of this thing.
And that'll be the end of Hesmagog's turn.
Yeah, but Hesmagog could probably kill the baby.
Yeah. Avenir.
And shut him up, definitely. Okay, well...
You could have Hesmagog stick his finger down the baby's throat, that'll
Okay.
shut it up.
Now, keep in mind, as you guys are progressing forward here, you're going to get louder when you're doing combat, depending on what you do.
Sorry. I'm going to move next to him, and I'm going to do Lightning Flash twice on him.
Okay. That would be a hit and a miss.
Okay. So the first one will make
10
10
damage.
damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm going to use my action point.
Okay. Do you want to use the Bravura Presence?
What's
Or is that
anyway?
gone? Is that gone now? No, that happens every time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's that?
If you hit with an action point attack, you have to decide to use it before hitting. If you hit with an action point attack, you get another basic attack. If you miss with the action point attack, you grant combat advantage.
Yeah.
He's almost dead,
yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Go ahead and recall your
And,
card.
And I'm
Booming
no,
blade.
but yeah.
You should.
Oh, you're still using your action point? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still using my action point.
I wouldn't, because Othin goes. Oh wait, Othin can charge. You can charge.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
No,
I'm gonna
because
get
it
another
doesn't have a
action
room,
point.
I think. 1, 2,
But-
3.
So that's.
You can take the.
Oh yeah, he can charge actually.
Yeah, you can.
Moving next to me.
Yeah, but we're gonna get.
Oh, that's
we're gonna
true.
get.
Charge
Yeah.
is one action. It's a
Yeah.
standard action. You move up to the 6 squares and.
Booming
Okay.
sword.
Against AC?
Yeah.
That's a 17, right?
No, it's not granting
no.
advantage anymore.
Oh, it's not? I thought, oh, that's right. Nope, that's a miss.
Okay, I'm gonna activate my Blades of Fiery Wrath then,
Okay.
because it will trigger on a miss, and boom.
That will hit. And he will kill the bat. The vampire bat. Okay. We are essentially out of initiative, but I'll just go ahead and have you guys act in order that way.
I'll grab the man bat and throw it back into the hole.
Okay. Into the hole?
Yeah, the corridor where we came
Oh, the
from.
hall.
Into the
Okay.
corridor, yeah.
Hall.
Into the hall.
Hall, not hole.
Not hole.
Okay. Othin, you are no longer dazed. Okay. I wouldn't recommend taking a short rest here, because a short rest is 5 minutes. You have a crying baby. What do you want to do with the baby?
We
Yeah.
do have a bag of holding.
Hesmagog's trying to do that, and he's making it worse.
I quickly grab Hesmagog by the tail and unsummon him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stupid imp.
Hesmagog, you idiot.
Can I
think
offer
Othin-
the Hesmagog tail to the baby as a teether?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta change Hesmagog here.
Either
Oh no, maybe
that.
use that. I can see some of the stuff. Never mind. Okay.
Either that or as a pacifier. So.
Okay, so you got a infant baby boy dressed like a baby girl.
Sorry.
Dressed like a baby girl that is now bawling, and making noise.
Othin, pray to Pelor for him to shut up.
Afraid of pillow. Shut the child up. I don't know about healing, but you can make. How about a nature check? Ooh.
I produced one of the pillowcases that we had bagged on the beholder, and there's still a little bit of blood on it, and I'm like, don't you guys know anything about children? Stuff this into his mouth.
I somehow don't think that would be the best way to do it.
Okay, I think Voltaire should make use of his great bluff check to pacify the child.
Bluff?
Baby.
Bluff a baby?
Yeah, he's gonna bluff a baby.
Okay.
He's gonna trick him into believing Voltaire is his father, and
Okay,
it's all right.
So Othin grabs the baby from you guys and picks it up off the ground because it's sitting there laying on the ground, and this demon comes up and starts, "Hey, it's okay, it's okay." And so you see the scene unfolding before you. Othin finally comes over as Voltaire dismisses Hesmagog, the crazy, wrinkly red imp, and Ophir picks up the baby and starts soothing the baby, and the baby stops crying and looks up at Othin and kind of is enthralled with Othin.
At the risk of sounding callous, what benefit do we have to carrying this baby around with us?
Nom noms.
Makes a great alarm.
In a future situation, it might be good.
Yeah, when I get hungry.
Let's wait and see.
I don't know. I'm kind of becoming a bit too jaded about all this stuff, considering we are in a dreamscape and nothing is real and such.
Yeah,
Plus, as a last resource, you can use them as provisions.
Can you starve in
Not
dreamland?
that much too jaded.
Othin hears them saying this stuff around, but the baby in his arms feels like flesh, like real, in his arms.
Yeah, if he wasn't
back
real
30
flesh, I
seconds.
wouldn't eat him. As provisions.
I would.
No, if he wasn't real, no.
Or real.
Whoops.
If he was just a figment of our imagination, it wouldn't make any substance.
What would you guys like to do?
Perhaps we could use them to barter with the vampires. It's like veal for vampires.
The deal.
They were going down this hall. I'm probably going to turn south. There's that woman that was thrown in the pit.
Yep.
I could actually probably dimension warp with her, so you can question her.
In the pit.
Put yourself in the pit.
Don't you have to be able to see her though?
I mean, yeah, but we could probably smash a bit of the pit or something.
Well, I can sneak out there and pull some rope out of my robe if we want to rescue her.
Why are we worried about her? You saw the chicks at the
Because it
castle.
might be, because it might be Tia. Experience points. Completing quests.
Complete
Yeah.
the quest.
But
Not
you called her
leaving 10
nameless.
quests. Not
He called her
leaving 10
nameless,
quests
not Tia.
incomplete.
Yeah, but if you remember the story of the gaff, all of the reproduction devices, so to speak, were nameless, and he was the only one to give a name to one of them.
Yeah.
Harrison, you're not helping my argument.
I wasn't was I
Kadaga, you
supposed to help your argument?
Yeah. Kadaga, you move forward there, and you do notice. Well, let me center it. That is centered. Okay. You see the little area where they're all at. Okay. One thing as you move forward there, you can kind of illuminate a little bit more. Let's see if I can get you. You do see 4 bells around the area there. Well, you can't quite see it right here, but you've seen it before that there are 4 bells around the area. Same type of bell that you saw in the entrance chamber. From the maze coming into here. And then you see the strange little platform that it goes into the pit.
Section 1.
What would you guys like to do? Okay, what are you perceiving on it?
Just looking out there, seeing what I can see.
Okay, that's basically what you see. You see growths of forest. There's grass on the ground. Nothing really too much. You don't hear anything happening around. Everything is kind of eerie and silent. There's after the little gathering dissipated and you guys headed into your battle. There's just not much going on right now. Though you do hear a little bit of crying coming from the pit.
Okay. I'm not moving very quietly, but I'm going to there.
Okay.
I'll accompany him out.
Yeah. Now remember too, you guys are actually all in darkness because you're wearing your goggles of light.
Can I, is she within range that I can telepathically communicate with her, or is that like a super deep hole?
No, it's not deep.
All right, I'm just
Well,
going to send
you don't
thoughts.
know how deep
Well,
it is,
sorry.
but you can.
Well-
You can sense that her mind is down there.
All right,
I'll
I
try
send her
to
thoughts, and I
open up to-
say, did the old guff call you Tia?
And you hear her say out, "Who's there?"
It's a yes or no question. Did the old guff call you Tia?
Just, how are you in my mind?
Magic. Now I'm going to leave you in the hole if you can't answer.
Answer who?
I turned to them and said, "No, it's not her. Let's go."
Yeah, while you were doing all of that, I wasn't opening up the hole,
Okay.
as I said.
Volthier, you would be able to tell when you're intruding into her mind there
Mm-hmm.
that's what you just did is something supernatural and unheard of to her. So she almost, you think for a second, the thoughts that came into her mind were, am I going crazy?
Oh, snap. I pause for a second. I'm like, you're not crazy. This is your guardian angel. Now,
Erashine, what were you saying you wanted to do at this point?
Opening up the hole, or moving the top panel.
Okay, so you're basically going to pull the panel off, and you see the woman down there. And it's still dark, and she hears the door open, and she says, "What's going on? Who's
it's
there?"
called opening.
Do you say that, or you voice mentally say it to her?
I say it to her mentally.
Yeah, but you got to see, she's in total darkness. She just hears the door slightly open when Erashine lifts it open.
Yeah, I'm just screwing with her.
Just messing
Tell her
with
to
her.
be quiet and
And,
climb
yeah.
up the rope.
You're gonna what?
Telling both here to, whispering to him to tell her to be quiet and climb the rope as I lower it into the pit.
Okay. And she's like, "Who's there? Who are you?"
This is your innermost thoughts saying to grab the rope and be quiet.
And she's like, "How can I know I can trust you?"
Because I'm in your head. You don't trust yourself?
She kind of stops, thinks for a second. You guys are looking down at her, and she's has
Yeah, I
this sort
thought
of white
Kadaga
look on her
was
face.
pulling down a rope.
Yeah. And then she grabs a hold of the rope and climbs up. And she gets about halfway up, and then she seems too frail to get herself up by herself.
Okay, I'll just if I realize that, I'll just start pulling the rope.
Oh, did Erashine lower the rope?
No, I did.
No, Kadaga
Yes.
did, but I
Yeah.
just get next to Kadaga and start pulling.
Okay. So then you'll end up pulling her up out of the pit. And she kind of,
Like a pro.
she
Like a
she
boss.
stretches forth her hands like she's trying to feel for you, at you guys to touch you. What do you guys do?
I enter into her mind and I say, this person who saved me, I think I'm falling in love with them.
And she thinks in her mind, and she kind of gives a strange look. It's like, maybe I want to go back down the pit.
And the other two guys could see me like totally cracking up to myself.
What are you doing again?
I'm just trying to help her. Come to terms with things,
He says,
Yeah, I know how you're trying to help people.
he says, "Are you saying things in my mind?"
What? You're hearing voices? That's not right.
Make me a bluff check, Baldir.
Hmm.
Actually,
15.
no,
15.
go back. We need to get out of here and go back into the tunnel.
Yeah, here, I'll give you control of the baby, too.
So,
All right, where is Tarek? There you go. Okay, you
Hey,
can
lady.
control the baby now.
Hey, lady, you know about taking care of babies and stuff, right?
So, Kadaga moved away?
well, I'm telling her to follow.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna take her by the hand, or are you gonna just say, "Come follow us"?
Well,
Do we have an extra pair of those goggles?
You do. You do.
Can we just stick those on her head?
You can try.
I'm pulling on the rope as I tell her to follow.
Okay. So
Don't let
she'll follow over with Kadaga, and
There
she
you go.
reaches out and touches Kadaga. It's like, what are you?
I walk behind him and I'm like, I say to Kadaga, nice pet.
And she hears the sounds of the baby and she goes, is that who's that?
It's that baby. Do you know about babies and stuff?
Is that Anne's baby? Is that the
Yeah.
baby boy?
Guess so.
Give him to me. Give him to me. She lets go of the rope and moves back and reaches towards the sound. Because she's in darkness still, unless you guys want to put the goggles on her. Okay, so Othin gives her the goggles. She says, what are these?
I ready in action to grab her mouth so she doesn't yell after she puts them on, just in case.
She looks. Okay, so she says, what are these for?
Just put
To
him
see in the
on.
dark.
My God.
Come on, what would you do? Really?
No, that's Vothir doesn't have much patience for her.
I know he doesn't. Okay, so she slowly puts them on and illuminates in the light, and she's like, oh, this
As
is
she
sorcery.
illuminates,
This
as
is
she-
sorcery.
when she glances over in my direction, I kind of tousle my hair.
And she sees the tossle his hair. He flings it back, and the music begins to play. Now, and she looks around.
Oh my God!
Everybody. And,
Roth is eating Scarlett Johansson.
and she sees the baby in Othin's arms, and she reaches out and takes the baby. And says, "Did you save him?" And then
Yeah.
she looks over at Volthir as he throws his hair back. And she kind of gives him an interesting look. And then she looks over at Kadaga with his one red eye glowing. It's like, whoa! And tries to scoot a little bit towards Avenir. She says, what is going on?
But before we
You're
go into
safe
that,
with me.
you know about babies, correct?
Yes, of course.
He smells of feces. Can you take care of that?
Yes, what are you doing here? What have you done?
We are here to save you.
You're here to save me from who?
No,
Yeah.
we are here to. We are looking for the castle stone
Tia?
and or the pyramid stone and or Tia.
She says,
We're actually
what did
here looking
She
for
says,
Tia.
what did you say?
The castle stone, where all the chicks are at?
You're looking for the castle stone?
Yeah, do you
But
have
what
that?
what did you call me? You're looking for who?
For Tia?
Just like, I have not heard that name in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did meet with a crazy old guy who
Yeah,
was
I'm actually
supposedly
the
the old
guff,
guff
this
of
guy.
this place.
Okay, Arashi, make me a diplomacy check.
Sure.
We should shove her back through the portal and to the maze and tell her to stay in that room. It's safe.
Okay.
East.
She turns, she's kind of shying away from Arasheen and Kadaga because she's never seen a Dragonborn before. Everyone else looks mostly human besides Volthir, which she kind of gives a strange look to because of his pointy ears.
She thinks I'm totally hot. Let's be honest.
And then she says, you mentioned old Guff? Is that
Yep.
my Guff?
Yes.
I guess so. How many gaff did you have?
Okay, and she'll turn and say, I have not been called Tia in a long time, but that is the name I've been given.
It's because you have no nieces or nephews.
We actually have been trying to guess how much time is that long time because the gaff is not exactly
Mentally
fully in
stable.
his mind.
Okay. When Kadaga was out into the little open area there, he could tell that they're in some sort of chamber, but there is no stars or anything on that. It seems to go to some sort of ceiling way up high, but you can't really see the ceiling because it's dark, but it's quite up there. So you can tell that they have no sense of time at all.
I kind of glanced around. I'm like, don't you have a woman's cycle? How many of those have you gone through?
And she says, yes, of course. And it says, it's been many. Too many. Too many.
I like
to
hold
count.
up my hand and I'm like, more than this?
Yes.
It's been at least a couple of years, it seems, guys.
Yeah,
Now
that was
I'm
kind of obvious. I was trying to understand if it was years, decades, or centuries.
No, not quite that long. You think it more as in months is what she's kind of telling you. And she seems to get irritated and says, you are asking so many questions, but you're not answering any of mine. What is going on here?
I told you, we are here to get the castle stone, possibly the pyramid stone, and as a
And we were sent by the
bonus
Guff to rescue
find
you.
Tia,
You were sent
which
by Guff?
seems to be you.
Yeah, do you want to go back to his bodega? I don't know what you want to call it.
Bodega. Says, why can you not bring Guff home?
Because the other Guff, you know, the crazy guy in the loincloth, he would probably kill him.
Also, I have no idea how the vampires slash weird creatures that seems to be in command here would react.
Says, that's true. She kind of gets a worried look on her face and says, things have been so wrong for so long. Our traditions have been ruined, and especially with this force of these creatures coming in now that try to control us and pervert our ways. There's just, I have no idea what to do.
Wasn't it tradition for a Guff not to name his factory
Workers?
I mean, didn't the tradition breaking start with you?
She kind of bows her head and you know, comforts the baby and says, yes, this is true, and this is probably penance for our sins.
No, don't.
But and then she tries to explain to you,
is good.
Please, no, you don't understand. Life was getting so good. We had, but I don't understand why we're being punished.
Don't hurt your
to be
little
honest,
mind.
I don't understand very well too, but that's behind the point.
Would you like to go back to the camp and see the other Guff? Your Guff.
I would love to, but I can't leave without the children.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. I won't leave without the children. I cannot leave my children here.
They're all yours?
And on top of that, I can't leave all the other wombs here either. We can't leave. This is what our life is. This is the life we know. This is what our purpose is.
Okay, well, don't leave. But put this sack over your head and walk with us.
Put this sack?
Also,
why do I need a sack over my head?
Because you're supposed to be in that pit, and if they see that you're out of the pit, you will be severely reprimanded. But with this disguise, they'll never know it's you.
And she's like, are you serious? That's asinine. What is wrong with you?
Okay, I have one more question for you.
Othin, we're not far from the portal, or are we? Which portal are you talking about? The Oh, sure,
no,
yeah.
because that's an exit, not an entrance.
Yeah, that's the exit portal, but you have not found the portal that would take you back into the maze. Okay, go ahead, Voltaire. What was your last question?
Oh, yes. Do you know...
Inline rolls are live now, Jonathan? On the regular server? Oh, we can't hear you. Your mic's off.
Yeah, you just have to reload it.
Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Actually, I'm not seeing yours work, or are they? Let's see. Yeah, if you have to refresh.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh well.
We keep updating on our Tuesdays. What's up with that? Okay, so sorry, both here. What was your last question?
I don't remember. But what do you guys want to do with this
Well,
difficulty?
You'll come to the conclusion that she will not leave without her children, first of all, and then on top of that, she has concern for the other women and children around this area. She's more in the frame of mind where she wants you to bring the old guff here and to overthrow the creatures that are plaguing them.
You do realize the old guff is insane, right?
She says, I absolutely understand that. And
No,
he's the one
boss.
who has come to power here and caused all this, the break in our traditions and everything like that. He brought these creatures here after he had gone away for a while and returned with these creatures and took over and chased off Guff.
Do these creatures seem intelligent?
Yes, and deadly.
Well, that's arguable.
Oh, I love the new stuff.
So she says, all right,
I just
so
reloaded.
Guff has sent you here to rescue us. Rescue us. Quit all this talking, you weird pointy-eared weird thing, and get us rescued.
I say, you want to see weird? I pull my ring off and then put it back on, and pull it off and put it back on, pull it off and put it back on.
She screams very loud.
No. Wait, hey, Scarlet.
I had a ready to action.
What's
You
your
want to see
ready
weird?
action?
Look. You
It
want to
looks
see
like
weird?
ready
Look
to
at his
scream.
pants.
And the baby starts to cry again. What was your
Calm
ready
yourself,
action?
woman. I'm a great and powerful sorcerer of magics.
What
Of course
is-
I can save you.
What is Kadaga's ready action?
That if she looked like she was gonna scream, I was gonna wrap my hands around her mouth.
Okay, so you'll muffle it before she can let out a real scream. But then she's kind of pulling away from everybody now,
And I'll intimidate her into following me.
Okay, he's gonna intimidate her.
Can you just
You're gonna
stop
come with
people?
me.
Just scurrying her off and
Oh,
I got a shake.
Violence,
29.
wench.
Okay, you can tell now she's scared.
Can we take her with us now?
Sure. Kadaga's got a hold of her. She's easy to grapple. She's still holding on to the baby. So she's easy to move.
I pull out our bag of holding and measure it against her head. Be like, can we fit her in here?
No, Bob.
Yes.
Do you not know anything about bags of holding?
That's right.
Plenty of room.
You will.
Open up
You only have air for like 5 minutes or something.
Okay. Also remember,
Okay.
the Guff said to locate and rescue Tia and their children from the village.
Okay, we got a child here, so.
well, out again. To be honest, I don't care that much about what Gav said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guff was kind of an annoyance. It took forever to get nothing out of him. It was like,
Back in game,
Okay.
guys. Could you please shut up for a moment? Can I look back into the woman?
Mhm.
Listen, we are here to locate the castle stone, possibly the portal stone, and the entrance place, the entrance rooms. If we can help you along the way, I'll do
So
it.
much further
But
back.
if that's too much of an hassle, I won't. And so it's your best interest to be quiet and collaborative.
Kadaga, move your hand, please.
Okay,
Oh,
lady, you wanna see weird? Look at the Voltaire's pants. That's weird. I mean, an elf's pants are weird. Okay.
So, do you know anything about the castle stone? I ask into her
And I
mind.
gotta
Do
let
you
him
know?
go.
I said I let her go, but someone talked to me.
Oh, someone was talking over you. And she says, "Of course I know these things. You weird freaks, let me go."
Okay, take it down a notch. Did you just hear what Erashine said? If you're not working with us, you're Kadaga's dinner. You got it?
She turns around and stares at Kataga with a frightened look because he intimidated her quite
Come
well.
on, snap out of it. Focus, lady. Focus.
It's
Focus.
like, what do you want?
Do they take all the hot women to the castle?
Yeah, besides
Hot
the
room.
obvious from Voltaire.
Okay, she will explain to you that how things work here now is they do take the elderly women after they get to a certain age, Logan's Run style, into the vampires take them into the maze, which then they leave them there, and which she assumes that they do go to the castle.
No, they're
But
older zombies.
That was their traditions, and that now the new Guff, what he is doing is he's having all male children that are born sent to the castle.
All
And
male children?
all male children are exterminated and sent to the castle, either serve as food for the vampires or sent to the castle. So you'll come to the conclusion that these two vampires were taking this child into the maze to go to the castle.
And we couldn't just follow them.
Okay.
Everybody
Yeah,
turns and
we
looks at Othan.
We don't have the castle room. Wait,
Yeah.
check the bodies. Do they have the
No,
castle
but they
room?
had. No, but they had. I mean, if they were taking them to the castle, why don't we search the remains?
Yeah. Let's look over the bodies.
Okay, don't change your macros yet because I haven't restarted anything.
Just close it and reopen it.
Well, if I do,
Yeah,
it'll,
just refresh the
it'll-
page.
yeah, but it may. I have one for the stream too. Let me see if it'll work. Okay, hold on a second. Let me try. You're gonna mess up all my stuff.
Yeah.
We got new shiny toys.
Get new shiny toys with macros. Okay. Oh, I see it now. Woo! That's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Let me get everything back.
Finally,
Nonetheless,
it's not like 4-line for all.
we could grab the portal stone from the vampire, from the thingies.
Okay. She will. No one's asked her about the stone yet. I think Voltier's been trying
I asked
to.
her about the song like 4 times.
Yeah, I keep
Okay.
asking her about it over and over. I'm about ready to strangle her myself.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, take it easy.
Let
She's
me,
not Hasmagog.
that's right.
She could be.
Let me refresh the other one too, so the dice rolls show up.
Meanwhile, can I check the remains of the creatures that were carrying the babies? The baby?
Sure. What would you like to check for?
The stone.
For the stone,
Loot.
because they were going into the castle, so
Okay.
they had to have a stone.
They do have a village portal stone.
Oh, great. We have one of these already.
Two.
They don't have a castle portal stone?
They do not have a castle portal stone.
So how the hell are they going back to the castle then?
Make me a insight check, Voltaire.
You lying woman. That's your perception? 9?
Insight.
Oh boy.
My
You-
initiative's horrible.
Yeah, you don't have any idea.
No, he said insight.
Well, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, okay.
It's still horrible.
Yeah.
I rolled my initiative macro because my initiative and my insight are both 2.
Oh, God.
All right, now we got all the new toys for everybody back up. Inline rolls are live.
Sorry, MJ, everyone, I have to go.
Okay.
If you can please take my character and just
Okay.
don't kill the, just don't make me kill the woman. Let
Abner
Kadaga have
strikes
that.
and kills the
I guess the baby's okay.
That's right.
Yeah, the baby's
Kill the
okay,
baby,
but
whatever.
not Scarlett Johansson. I mean, if I was face to face with her, I wouldn't like to kill her. Probably something else, but not kill her.
Okay.
The implication
well.
there.
The implications.
I would like to wash your car for you. I can read between the lines.
Oh gosh.
Well, take
Okay.
care. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Pedro.
Okay?
We'll see you next week. All right.
See you, Pedro.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, look at all that damage from Kadaga.
Yeah, it works.
No crits.
Yeah, I've
Okay.
asked for a highlighting so that like the background color changes if you get a minimum or maximum roll. Then when you mouse over, the colors change on the
Oh,
tooltip.
do it. What happens with the max roll?
Nothing right now.
Oh, okay.
That's why I put the crit on 29 in there so I know
Yeah.
if I got a crit or not.
Are they going to update that to where it does do that?
I don't know. I made a suggestion thread for it, so
Okay.
hopefully they will.
That would be cool.
Do you actually have a way to do a different number of tweet rolls, except for doing a different number of macros?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do? Let's jump back to the game.
Well, I'm still waiting for Air to say something about to be a bit more collaborative, to say
To be
like
useful.
where the
Okay.
Castle Stone is located, probably in the
Okay.
end of Gaff. So where is Gaff? Where is
She
the
does know about
entrance?
the. She does know about the Castle Stone, and she will explain to you. Go ahead and make Ershine make a diplomacy check, though. You got to remember, she's being held by Kadaga right now.
No, I let go.
Yeah. Oh, did you let go of her now too? Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she's
So
still reeling from the intimidate.
yeah, and this guy that's turning from elf form to shardmind form. So from that diplomacy check, she will explain to you, Ershine, that she does know all about this stuff. She says the Castle Stone is in the house where the Guff, this new Guff lives. It is in there. He has it to get in there, but they're instructed to not the Castle Stone, but the Pyramid Stone to get into there. But they're instructed not to use it because it'll just mean their death.
That's a cool story. How do the Batmen get back to the castle?
Oh, she says they use because the stone that Avenir found on the Bat guys was another village stone. So they used the village stone to enter into the maze, and then she doesn't know what they do with them after that. But from Volthier, you didn't get a very good insight check, so you don't quite understand you don't have any idea what they would do with them after that. But it's got to have something to do with the chamber you guys were just in.
That's where the food came from. It's
Okay,
bacon.
I got it. I got it. We
Right.
just go back into the maze, go back into the portal room, and wait there until someone shows up and
We can't.
overpower him.
The one we came out of is an exit. We don't know where the entrance is.
Yep. You guys
I
came.
turn
you came-
towards her and I say, "Where's the entrance back to the maze?"
She says to the south, down the corridor.
Also, how do your people, slash whoever uses the maze, navigate through it?
She says you can't take me into the maze. If you take me into the maze, they're going to kill my children. Please don't take me into the maze.
Yeah, I asked you something else.
Okay, what's that?
How do the people that go into the maze actually navigate through it without spending days searching for the right directions?
She doesn't have any idea. She says all I know. She says I've never been into the maze. I've heard about it through the old guff, but I do not know what is in there. But we just know that that's where they take them to take them to the castle. If anyone else would like to make an insight check, I might be able to provide more information.
Yeah, my +1 doesn't do fit for that.
You never know. You could roll 20.
I don't. Roll 20.
Yeah. What did you roll?
God, our one good insight, and he rolls a 2.
Yeah. That's true. Not quite there. Kadaga, roll it up.
No.
Man, we got some great rolls coming out now. All right. Mattia, you're 21. That was diplomacy. That's right. So 7.
Yeah, that was diplomacy.
So Othin, he's kind of like, well, maybe they would take them into the entrance chamber, possibly leave them there, and then come. No, that doesn't sound right.
Okay, so they never actually leave. They just go drop the babies off.
And that's what Othin would think. Yeah, he thinks that's a possibility.
What about this, guys? And I look at her, and then I switch into telekinetic speaking so that she can't hear this. What if we go leave the baby at the entrance thing until someone comes to grab it, and then we grab them?
Sounds good to me.
Mattia? I mean, Arishin?
So, wait, repeat the second, sorry. Repeat your last sentence.
The idea is that the creatures would leave the baby at the entrance and then somebody would come get it. So what if we go leave the baby there, and when they come to get it, we grab them and take their stone, and then we can get to the castle?
That could work, but are you sure that they were going to leave the kid at the entrance?
Well, what else are they going to do with it if they can't get out into the maze?
Well,
they don't have portal stones.
There's another turn that we have no idea where it leads to.
Yeah.
Well, the village portal exit in the maze, we found that. It's pretty close to the portal room, so it's not like they have to walk very far. We know the path from there to there.
Yeah, we already killed all the beholders.
Or did you?
Enough of them.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think the best, our best course of action right now is to get to the Guff and take his stone. Then we can decide what to do from there.
Well, Scarlet, lead the way
Get to where are you guys going?
to the Guff.
To the Guff.
Oh, to the new Guff.
New Guff, yeah.
She says, "Well, I can't go there. If he sees me, he'll be very angry, and if you guys fail, he will kill me. He'll have me
Okay,
killed."
how about this? Point us in the direction of the Guff, and we'll throw you back in the hole for safekeeping.
She's like, "No, no, no. Take me back to my chambers, and we'll see if we can sneak around them, and I can get my children."
Okay,
No.
Ninja Lady.
And we can bring
Sneaking around is not exactly my specialty, and I don't, and I think that does apply to many other here.
How about this? You point us in the direction of the new Guff's house, and you go sneak off on your own.
She's like, "Okay, I can do that."
And take the baby with you.
She says, "Of course, of course."
So,
I thought we were going to use the baby to ambush the people that are coming to pick it up.
don't say that out loud. He didn't mean it.
She kind of looks back at Kadaga, not really liking him at all, and kind of scoots around you guys.
We're not going to use the baby. We're going to use
She
a
huddles the
ham.
babies in her arms. Says, "Who are you people?"
We're the elite of that place that we came from.
The elite. Okay, she says the Guff's house is off to the east. Off to the west.
Just straight across?
Straight across. She says you'll follow this path here, go around the platform. Do not strike any of the bells.
What happens if we strike a bell?
If you strike a bell, they will come.
Okay.
That's the calling card. If you strike the bell, all the wounds and all the guardians, the vampire guardians, will come.
I turn
What
to
are the
Kadaga.
other-
I'm like, you want to kill him?
And she explains to you that if you strike a bell, the people in that area are ordered to come forward.
Including the vampires.
Including the vampires.
Well, that might come handy for later.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, you guys are all going to head off to the house.
Yep.
Well, that's the plan.
Okay. And Tia is going to make her way. Okay, hold where you guys are at. What happened to... Oh, Kataga's still there.
I'm going to need to go in about 10 minutes roughly.
Okay.
Because I got to go pick somebody up. They're texting me. I expected to have more time.
Joy.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Kadaga at? Kadaga's way at the back. What's Kadaga doing?
Dallying.
He's
Testing new macros.
He's testing the macros. Oh, nice. I have to play with those macros now.
Microphone is muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting about the dog. Yeah, I'm following with him.
Okay. So as you guys go across, you see an entrance to a house. This seems to be just a staircase leading up into a house. And let me go ahead and reveal it as best I can. And this is what you see. So you see that there's some sort of entrance chamber straight ahead of you.
Is there a door at all, or is it just open into it?
It opens right into it from what you can see at the current position. Okay. I need everyone to make me stealth checks.
I was actually just going to call out.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I was going to yell out, Guff, are you decent?
Okay.
No answer?
Everyone's making stealth checks. You kind of hear a sound come off.
How much? Sorry, how much did the new cloak give to stealth?
+2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so mine's too high.
Yeah.
11 for me.
Yep. Okay. So everybody stealths up, and Volthier just walks straight up in and says, "Guff, are you decent?" And you sort of hear a kind of a shocked sound coming from the what do you want to call it? The northwest corner of it. So you hear it coming. Well, okay. When you walk in this area here, you see a couple more curtains that seem to be blocking off areas. Okay.
Can I step through the curtain?
There is a coffin directly in front of you. And then there is you kind of peer through the curtains, you can see another chamber in there with a desk in there. Off to the other side, it looks like a dining area. And you kind of hear a sound gets real quiet after that.
I sit on the coffin. And I look back to them and I said, "Who weighs the most here? This is probably a vampire or something."
Okay.
Well,
As
I guess
you're
me and
sitting
Dutton.
there, you hear a sound of scurrying happening.
Oh, come on, Guff. Just show your face. And your little vampire buddies, too. We've already killed some of them. It's not a big deal.
Okay. And then all of a sudden you hear something, the sound of like something closing, a big clunk. And then you hear the voice of the Guff saying, "Who's there?"
Your saviors. Now come on out.
Saviors.
Look, I know your name and you don't know mine, so it's irrelevant.
And then you hear a loud rapping on the
Guys,
wall.
there are more crypts. Tom's here.
Well,
That's having
sit on
here
it.
from.
Okay. Everyone hold right there. We're going to go ahead and roll initiative. Oh,
Nice.
Othan, man.
No, the one bad thing about inline rolls is you can't drag them from chat to initiative. So
Oh, really? It doesn't let you do that?
yeah.
So initiative probably still needs to be the regular ones.
Yep.
Well, you can just add it to your
Yeah.
the initiative there.
Yeah, but it's easier to drag and drop.
Actually,
Yep.
it was +4, not +5. Having here is +2.
So what, Volthia, are you going to have enough time to start this combat, or should we cliffhanger right there?
Unfortunately, I think it'd probably be best to cliffhanger, but I'm really anxious to see what's around the goddamn corner.
Okay, well, let me explain something in here. You actually, when you come into this room here, you see a very interesting map sitting on that table over there with some other things, books and things like that.
Map of the maze.
There's a very interesting map over here, guys, along with some other things.
Well, you're by the curtain. You can't see it. So is Avenir and Ereshine sitting on the...
Yeah, they're sitting on the coffins.
Okay. Okay. And... anything you guys would like to do? Well, we're rolling initiative, so let me see here.
Me and Avenir did.
Okay.
Can we, like, while they're in their coffins, like, somehow... Oh, pull out magic rope and let's just tie them closed.
Okay, let's
Or
do
no,
this.
you open the corner of it, like Tupperware, and just shoot fireballs into it.
Did the time we spent with Tia count as a short rest? Since it wasn't really strenuous activity.
And
lasted
also,
way more than 5
you
minutes.
guys are going to... No, it didn't. But you guys will have new action points, so let me give those to you.
Milestone.
Yes, and a milestone for you.
We talked with her for longer than 5 minutes.
I know. She was
Oh,
not
that's
very
true.
forthcoming.
Well, like, what do you expect?
Look, just because I was entering in her mind and trying to convince her she was herself,
I know. What is up with that?
and then doing the Shardmine strobe with the ring thing.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to get into combat. Would you like to check out the map?
So, do we prevent the combat because we got the vampires, like, because we're sitting on them?
No.
Oh, you mean the map over here, not like the battle map.
Correct.
Right, I'll go check it out.
Okay. Okay, stay right there. No one else moves. So you'll basically pick it up and
Boom.
look in your handouts.
Yay.
Nice.
So predictable.
Praise Jesus.
So you'll see a basic outline of what the maze is.
Nice. And I can't help but notice this bastard behind me.
Yes, you can.
Why aren't you in your coffin?
You're not sitting on top.
He's coming out of his coffin, and this is one of the pasty vampires too. Okay.
Right, I see that coffin right there.
Yep.
So there's probably another coffin on the reverse side of this wall.
Yeah. Here, we'll just do this just to make the next session game go a little bit quicker. Click. Avenir's over here.
All right, guys, I got to take off.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Sounds like
Okay.
All right,
See
bye.
you. Should we go on or cut it here?
Let's go ahead and cliffhanger right here, starting into combat. But I'm going to illuminate some of this stuff for you guys to kind of see. I want to let me grab those two. Switch off. So you can kind of see where some things are at. Volthier can catch sight through the curtains that there is the guff over there. It won't let me grab them. And that way everybody can update their macros to the inline rollers too for next week. And we can figure it out from there.
You got the macro for every single skill, Kadaga?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, it can be easy now because it's inline. It's not going to do too much. So.
Yeah, but it's still like a million macros to having the quick bar.
I actually have.
You just open up the character sheet and you can roll them right from the character sheet.
True.
Oh, that's true.
If you mouse over it, there's a little dice icon to the right, and you click that and it rolls it in chat.
Yep. That is true. I do the monsters just from the macro thing there, and I just hold shift when I'm over it, and you mouse wheel over to the right one that I need, and just click it that way. So.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you guys know it, but if you hold Alt and click on the little gear icon on your token, it'll open the attributes and abilities page.
I
Really?
didn't know. That's nice.
Oh, sweet! It goes right to it.
Yeah. Shift.
Oh, can I do that with icons?
Maybe icons.
Well, I can't do it with the monsters though.
They have to be linked to a sheet.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so if I change that to there.
The problem with you'll run into that is if you link their attributes,
Yeah.
bars, it'll update every single token on the map that's linked to that sheet.
Gotcha.
So what you do is you link the token to the sheet, but don't link the bars. You link them once to get the stats, and then you unlink them so that each token has their own separate bars.
Okay, so link it to the sheet, but then don't link the bars. Just leave them at none.
Yeah.
And
Well, you can
then,
link it once to grab the stats if you have a stats already built in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you unlink it.
Then you can link and copy paste the token to get additional copies.
And that way they'll all link straight to that one sheet. Yeah, I'm been going through and redoing my entire monsters for my D&D.
Yeah,
campaign.
that's what I'm going to have to do now too, because to do the inline rolls and set up a new thing there. Though it was nice to see on the attack rolls, just to see it right off the bat without having to mouse over it, but I guess it's still the same thing though.
Well, another good thing about the inline rolls is that you can actually do a roll in the middle of a phrase without having the phrase broken up into 10 lines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I'll still do something where it says attack and hit, but then just do the inline rolls in line with the number there.
Yeah, like you can do that.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Oh, cool.
Can you give me control of Othin for just a moment? Because last week I put one of his macros on my bar, and now I can't remove it without going to his sheet.
Sure. Okay, go ahead. I'll go ahead and end the broadcast too.